Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 39 of Never Before Seen. My name is AmberCyprian. I'm going to be your host tonight as we bring you speedruns of games that have never before been seen in a mainline GDQ event. This month marks our 2-year anniversary of running Never Before Seen here on the GDQ Hotfix, and I'm really thrilled to have had so many runs up to this point. And 39 episodes is nothing to sneeze at. And before we get started with the runs that we have planned for tonight, we do have a couple of announcements. First and foremost, Mercy Kill did have some technical issues today, but we will be back in 2 weeks at its normal time, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to catch us on November 16th with some more Mercy Kill action. AGDQ 2023 online will be on January 8th through the 15th. The games list for the first submission period is out. And the second submission period for games released after September 1st of this year is November 6th through the 12th, so that's coming up pretty soon. And visit gamesdonequick.com for more information on that. And this weekend, we have the GDQ Hot Fox on Saturday, a marathon of speedruns featuring foxes. We also have the Pokemon 3rd Gen 20th anniversary special on Sunday, and each of those specials start at 1 p.m. Eastern on either day. So tonight here on Never Before Seen, it's going to be PlayStation Game Night because I have not one, but 2 awesome PlayStation titles on tonight. We're kicking things off with Gravity Rush Remastered with Rain, and then following that up with Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue with Electric Man 17. I'd love for y'all in the chat to tell us what your favorite PlayStation games from over the years have been as we dive into this first run. But first, I'd like to thank our runner tonight, Rain, for coming onto the show. How are you doing tonight, Rain?
I'm doing great. So excited to show this game off. It's definitely an underground game. Should I just get into a run?
Absolutely. Introduce your commentator if you want to. We do have someone joining us for commentary. Yes, it's all good.
Yeah, my couch is Singing Muffin. Introduce yourself.
I'm Singing Muffin. I'm a longtime runner of this game. I'm here to support the young blood. Rain's pretty new, but he's been killing it so far. So I can't wait to see what he got.
Oh yeah, this game has been out since Remastered has been out since 2016, I think.
Yeah, that was the U.S. release date. But I think the original came out in 2012.
Yeah. The game is pretty old, but Remastered is just better because it's 60 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm definitely relatively new. I picked this game up 2 months ago, I believe. With Singing Muffin and everybody who's been running has been running for 3-4 years at least.
We're definitely the old guard right now. There's some still active players. I know some players are hunting for their gold times, whatnot. But I've been sitting back, chillaxing, watching the fun, watching the chat, watching all the new finds and stuff. So,
yeah, I've been. I'm really looking forward to this. So, whenever you want to get started, count us down.
All right. Timer starts when I press new game. 3, 2, 1, start. So this game, if you aren't aware of it, and I'm almost sure you aren't, surprisingly, there's barely any publicity for this game, at all. There's a movie coming out for it apparently, and maybe Gravity Rush 3. There's barely any news of it. But this game is about spoilers, Gravity, where it's basically origin story for Cat. Her name is Cat because she has a Gravity Cat as an ally. And she's very much just figuring out her powers. She just she has amnesia, and she just woke up and they're like, "Hey, save us!" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And then suddenly she gets gravity powers, and we're very much along for a ride as she figures out how to use it. There's a lot of nuance to this game, an obscene amount of nuance, especially when we kick, when we hit, how to manipulate enemies. It doesn't seem like it at first, because it looks very simple, but even just kicking in one direction, you can use motion controls like this. Your left stick and your right stick, you could think about like two separate reticles in it. I missed it.
Oh no.
You want to explain that stumble?
Yeah, so this is a very new discovery in Gravity Rush. We learned that if you walk up certain slumps, you can make Cat do like a falling animation that cancels this walking that you're doing, and she can make it to the cutscene slightly faster. And before, we had like little things like you would have to go off the box to save a little bit of time, and like setting your
Oh, I got it.
settings and stuff like yeah, there we go, let's go run. But that stuff like saves like 2 or 3 seconds. We're slowly getting to that part of any game optimization where this little stuff like matters, and we go insane about it.
Yeah, this is where she's like, "Oh, what's going on? I can use gravity now."
Yeah.
And this is like her first 5 minutes like tutorial. If anyone here has vertigo, try to watch. But sorry if you feel sick, because there's gonna be a lot of times where I'm gonna be upside down and sideways all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game can be really disorienting, so if you do need to look away during the gravity flipping, that's totally okay. But yeah, just be aware of your own health while watching the game.
Yeah, but for the most part, I think this game handles camera motion extremely well. So right off the bat, we're doing, we have to basically go to these little platform and manipulate the camera in order to get to this stuff. I believe you can still fast fall in this area.
Not in here. This
Not
is after this tutorial. Then you can fast fall, and it's only in F2, and then we just kick everywhere.
Yeah. Pretty. Okay, but there's another mechanic in this game. So as we're learning now, in order for her to control gravity, it's more that she's falling through the air than like flying anywhere. She picks a direction and she falls towards it.
She's very much throwing herself at things.
Yeah. And later on in the game, we get different tools in order to speed that up, whether that be kicking or fast falling or other things the game teaches us.
But yeah, this is her finding out that this town is literally floating in the void, and no one really knows why. And we just saved those kids, and then their house exploded, and now we're being blamed for it.
Yeah. That's Cat's life being blamed for literally everything. All right.
It's kind of sad.
I'm gonna get into some explaining because we're gonna go into the fun world of tech. So soon we're gonna go into our first fight, which is called just like a Navi fight. There's a lot of different techniques in this fight, but I'm pretty sure Rain goes for some of the more like stable strats. We're gonna do a trick called Straggler Skip, and essentially it allows us to skip, allow Cat to do an attack while a cutscene is playing. So we're just gonna set that up here. Well, okay, every runner has a different thing they want to do there. Some people look at a phone pole, other people run around old people, some people fall.
Oh yeah, some people, I mean, for some reason Cat has like kind of a gravity bubble around her, and you can just knock people over.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
So right now we don't have the kick. Oh, you do go for gravity kicks. Okay. So there's a chance that if you activate gravity, you don't actually have like the kick thing that he's about to do. But if you activate gravity and do a jump kick at the same frame, you can insta kill those things that usually take 2. And he's setting up Straggler. In the cutscene, we get the kick, and we're able to move on. Usually, there's a tutorial there that says like you can float and kick, but if you kick while that thing is spawning, you skip that entirely.
Yeah, it saves like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
it is a very painful skip to miss because if you miss it, you not only have to wait for your gravity gauge to come back, which is that bar on the left, you actually have to kick it and then go through the cutscene too.
Yeah. Okay, and now kind of the big glitch that we abused during this entire game is now. Right now you can see he's collecting these gem things, and that's going to be our currency for the rest of the game to upgrade Cat and give her new abilities as the game goes along. But there's a way, so Cat's pretty broke and we're going to keep her in debt forever. There's a way to trick the game to spend gems you don't have on upgrades that we're supposed to have way later on. And that involves menu switching and whatnot, but it's better to explain it after we see a visual of it. Plus,
yeah, I'm gonna focus for it because this is
we need to focus.
Extremely important. Oh. Okay. Oh, thank God. All right. I feel so much better.
Oh, let's go. Wait. This one doesn't matter as much, but...
I don't care about time. I just want it.
Yeah.
Please. Nice. All right. Oh my God. So missing the first two, actually missing the first one, loses minutes. And missing the second one also loses minutes. The third one, not a huge deal, but yeah, that first one is literal minutes of your time just gone.
Yeah. All right. So because we basically stole all her like special attacks in the beginning, he's going to be able to use Typhoon here, which he's usually not supposed to, and just kill these guys. What he actually did is we put Cat in a state of debt. He spent gems that we don't actually have, but instead of just like the game being like, oh, okay, you still have those 5 gems that you had in the beginning, it remembers and says like, soon you're gonna pay up, you're in negative. So every time he collects gems, it's still gonna show 0. And we, throughout the run, have to collect gems in order to get Cat out of debt, in order to put her either back into debt or spend gems accordingly in order to get upgrades that we need. Technically, like leveling up Typhoon more, getting more Spiral or more Kick and whatnot. So the whole game is just balancing this aspect while also kicking and having fun.
Let's talk about the movement. I'm pretty much kicking everywhere. It's definitely our fastest form of movement, and there's a lot of nuance. And when I was learning this game, difficult movement, or no, disorienting movement is an understatement.
Yeah. This is gonna be another fight. I think he's setting up for a double kick right now. If he gets it, I'll explain it. Almost. Okay, so since we're in a combat, I'll explain combat a little bit. When Rain's talking about nuance and movement and nuance and the combat, it's very like gradual. The reason why people like, at least I don't know, you broke the the reason why people like more gravitate towards Gravity Rush Remastered than like Gravity Rush 2 or whatnot are because of these two things. And it's because a Cat feels a lot more like springy, like she's very easy to control, she's really like responsive, and it gives like the player like a lot of like dopamine, like figuring out all the tech and like beating times and whatnot. When it comes to the combat, you can see him simply like do like one big kick. I'll explain a little bit later in like another big fight, but there's a possibility for Cat to do like 2 kicks at a row, 3 kicks in a row, and that takes a little bit of finesse later on.
Yeah,
but now
it's not frame perfect, but it's definitely harder than it seems.
Yeah. There's a lot of practice, but it's a lot of fun. So right now we're in the stealth section of the game. On the side, there's an alert. And basically, we don't want to get seen by these police cars around. If you do, you get teleported back and you have to do the whole thing again. We're trying to... we met up with this police officer named Sid, and they're like, oh, something's weird happening in the park. You want to figure it out, Gravity Queen? But don't let anyone know you're here. And so activates this.
Yeah, and he wants us to grab that jewel, the sacred gem that's up there. Cat doesn't know why, and we'll find out in a second why he wanted it.
Right now, we're gonna go into another debt to make the next fight easier, hopefully.
Oh god, this scares me so much.
I know it.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, well.
It's okay. It just, a level 2 kicks just allows you to kill the Navi just a bit quicker, and it makes a lot of gravity control in the next fight a lot more variable. This is a nice little skip you can do. You're flying in between a police car and a police officer right beside each other in order to get down there faster. Very nice.
But and yeah, before the fight, lore-wise, all that really happened is we found out that this guy's actually a thief, and he disguised himself.
Yeah.
And the actual Sid woke up in a freaking bush.
Yeah. All right, so a lot to explain there. Right now, he's using a thing called stasis. Essentially, if you hit circle, you can pick up items around you and fling them at enemies and whatnot. It's also useful in like movement because you can like completely stop all your momentum and whatnot, and allows you to do tight turns. Right now, he's trying to obliterate these enemies as fast as he can. And this is getting back to where I'm saying like combat is really nuanced. Like for these shells, he has the potential if he rapidly hits like cancel gravity as he's kicking to cancel the animation and kick again. He's able to do quick rapid kicks and whatnot. And he's trying to find the balance between doing that, stasis, and other means of combat in order to do the fight quickly. This is where every runner kind of becomes their own person. And no matter where you are in skill level in that way, really like shows off who you are as a runner in this game.
Yeah, rapid kicks are pretty easy to pull off, but doing it without moving at all is pretty difficult. It takes quite a lot of practice. I still haven't gotten down, but I've only played this for a month. If you watch our world record holder, he can pretty much obliterate everything without moving.
In like in 2 seconds.
It looks really cool. Okay.
I'm actually to lose a bit. Right now, we talked to a fortune teller, and she's like, do these random things. It might get you places, and so that's what we're doing.
No, actually, it's actually you're gonna meet your destined person if you find the blue flag on high. You see the red runners, and then I don't remember what the third one is.
This boy, maybe? No.
No,
the bird.
It's the creator.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the white bird or something. But yeah, story wise. But before this, when we grabbed those like shelves and bed and stuff, that's Kat's home. Yeah. After she ran away from Eugene or Yuji, or I just call him Eugene. She goes into the sewers and finds like that little sewer tunnel, and it's like, this is a nice home. And I get infinite water in a sewer. I don't know how that works, but you know, that's our home now.
Yeah, yo, live it up.
Even in Gravity Rush 2.
Yeah. So yeah, here comes a really fun skip involving this dad. Let's go, dads! Any dads out there? Essentially, we're gonna try to be able to move in a cutscene by smashing this dad against a wall, like so.
Yeah, I call it Dad Smash. Not the best name, but it's funny.
Yeah. So because he can do that during that text coming up, he was able to do a gravity kick and move before the dad really.
Oh my god. But yeah, those two sections right there are technically during a cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to explain this?
Yeah, so this is another power that she has, which is called Spiral Claw. Essentially, it's a way for her to automatically like attack enemy's gem on their backs, and it's homing. So we're not supposed to have this, but we're allowed to use specials in this area, and it allows us to home in on that big kind of guy in the back and skip all this running and racing. Our cat Dusty up here, and it's a big time save.
Oh, it's horrible running up there.
Oh, yo.
And it's very important you cancel it because you can't actually soft block it because you're not supposed to have it, so you can't cancel your gravity. So you have to basically sit there and wait for your gravity to run out. Oh, no, I needed that.
Oh no, it's okay. Ah.
No.
Yeah,
I hate this frog.
Yeah. All right, so we're going through our big first transition area in Gravity Rush. A lot of this game is comprised by these things called rifts. Essentially, pieces of the city got broken off and hidden into these areas, and it's up to Cat to bring them back by fighting the Nevi. This one is just called the Ruins because it's full of ruins. That's about it. And Cat's trying to explore and solve the mystery in here. It's the first like real fun like test of all your abilities in the game. You have like long sections of flying, small fights here and there, uses of your power, and where you're supposed to start getting your superpowers like Typhoon and the spiral kicks that we've been using earlier.
Oh yeah, this rift gives you stupid Lancer. This rift gives you Spiral Claw. Basically, there's like three rifts, and each one gives you a power.
Yeah.
Realistically, we only use Typhoon for the most part.
Yeah, but there's uses for other ones. We've been using Spiral Claw to skip in cutscenes with the birds and such like that, and it's still used in other skips as well. And then we use the last one way later in the run, but I'll explain that when that happens. But a thing that I wanted to mention, and it kind of shows a lot in this first riff, is that unlike other speedruns, I feel like, well, at least for me, that Gravity Rush has a lot more like personality about like what runners will do. Because every runner will do every fight differently, no matter what. It's just because of how the run allows player, or how this game allows people to control Cat. Hey, let's go! Those are the devil kicks, and it allows us to obliterate shells really, really quickly. So yeah, this is a great place to explain that. We're going into our first boss, which is a giant squid-looking guy. Essentially, it has some shells protecting the gems on the eyes, which allows us to do damage. And then he has a big orb under his squid-like tentacles that we need to destroy quickly. And because of certain upgrades that he's trying to get right now, there is a death.
Come on.
Yeah.
I can be pretty aggressive with this, but I still miss it. God damn.
Oh, you still got a chance there.
Nice.
Hey, let's go. Now that we have level 3 kick from all the kind of embezzling gems that we've been doing, we can now do a lot more damage to that. That's a really nice double kick to start this off. And now with the power of the upgrades, we can now obliterate this orb in seconds. While grappling, canceling our gravity, kicking again, in a very specific timing in order to allow Kick to just kind of roam free down there. We don't. Yeah,
really... this game, casually, it feels very weird, very awkward, and it's actually meant to be that way because you're a hero and you don't have grasp of your powers, so it's gonna feel very awkward for a long time. But once you understand how to do the kicks. As a speedrunner, this game's combat actually gets pretty addicting and pretty satisfying because of how you just do really cool stuff. Dang, I missed some gems.
Yeah. That's why I love it. So now we're into our next area, which is kind of like the entertainment side. There's like the nightlife, if you want to call it that. There's also a school nearby, so it's not all parties down here. And we're trying to find information. Can't really remember why. Lore.
If I remember correctly, I don't remember why she came over here, but she meets a guy and then she's like, "Oh, this guy's cute." And then we just help him, and then we suddenly have to find his girlfriend, basically.
Okay. It's kind of interesting. This guy's called the Runner. There's many different ways to do this route to pick up gems. Other runners have optimized it to fit as much gems as you can into this area. And we can't fly too far away from him or we lose the runner and you have to go back and talk to him again and he runs again.
Yeah, it's horrible. And until he talks to me right here, hopefully I don't miss it, I can still void out and start at the very beginning. Please talk to me.
No, you missed it.
Dang it. Oh,
yeah.
No!
Oh, you lost the runner. All right, thank you for explaining everything that the problems. So what he was trying to do there is there's a specific place you can stand while he's getting up, where you can be in the spiral animation going towards a destination while the cutscene is going. And it's just a little time save here and there in order to keep the ball rolling in the run. But you can see the drawbacks of that if you lose the runner, you gotta do it again.
Alright, I was standing here because I already grabbed gems. That does save time, but some people opt to spiral on the ground to not get that much distance because you just saw, I can actually void out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the same thing with a kick here too, but it's way easier with thing. There's some areas where you can do frame one kicks while you hit a checkpoint, and you still count as movement. Some runners that's been more prioritizing on the challenge run aspect of this game are really dang good at. Shoutouts the bunny. But right now we're going on a romantic fly around with our boo.
I think this is guy Cat is falling in love with. I think the older runners call it the a whole newt world because this guy's newt.
I like the Aladdin reference there.
Yeah. A whole newt world.
We go to this abandoned student center, and then we find out this girl, his girlfriend or friend or whatever, has a Nevi friend, and now she's possessed by it. You want to explain this part while I focus?
Yeah, so this is basically, she's on like a train track, and we have to kill these gems as fast as we can in order to, of course, collect gems to get Cat out of debt. So with our newfound strength, we can break these gems really quickly with some nice double kicks. And we're trying to not kill the last gem, but keep it alive for later on. He's going to go under the city and find like secret gems, essentially. And we routed this to the point where we're using as much gauge as we can and warping back like around the map in order to keep the train rolling, which is the spider boss. So we warp here, and then we use Typhoon, and she's waiting on here for us to get there, but we didn't break the gem. We break it with these, so we're able to keep the ball rolling and collect a little bit more gems down.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed some gems.
Yeah.
Luckily, the better you get, the gem count isn't terribly important.
Yeah.
As long as you get the majority of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're using more skills like stasis here in order to break the gem and allows her to move forward. At this point, the on the rails part of this is pretty well done, and we want to optimize as much time as we can in order to get gem back in the green, as you can see, so we can debt later or upgrade. I think we have a goal to get like 1,200 gems in the next rift. But the next rift
not 1,200, at least
like 800 or something.
1,000,
like
I believe. Yeah, at least 800.
But rifts are known to be like highly populated with these things. So now we're caught up, and now the boss fight begins and hopefully ends in 2 seconds. He can be O'Reilly one, jumping around and everything. But with some well-placed kicks, you can take her down real quick.
Jeez, that health bar melted.
Yeah, let me tell you, we have a runner named Wired Notes. And we talked about this before, where you can just kind of like sit down and just like wail on gems. She can potentially just not move and die in like a second. Wired Notes is extremely optimal and is a really, really fun runner to watch.
Oh yeah, so this is where we learn how to gravity slide.
But we don't do it.
It's slower. Yeah, because it's... sorry for the rift. This is not your screen. This is actually how the rift looks, and it's very blinding and painful. And,
yeah, it's fun.
But it's such a good rift.
My favorite thing about like watching people who are on like casual playthroughs and whatnot is that they love to gravity slide all the time, and it makes me like like it's cute. You can do it too, like if you want to show it, but it's
I don't know where.
I don't know.
We just passed the part where it actually mattered.
Yeah.
Like you can't do anything over here.
Oh yeah, because everything's on fire, right? I forgot.
It's literally that first part, and then that's it.
Oh.
Actually,
so, yeah.
I don't even know how to gravity slide.
Oh, you hit both triggers at the same time on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll try to show it off in this. If I can just hit this stupid.
Hey.
But yeah, this is you can actually kill it in like one kick. For some reason, like her kicks actually have splash damage, so
yeah.
If I get lucky, I can actually like you'll see this golem. I can actually break all 4 of his gems if I get like a nice angle, a nice splash.
Yeah, if you're able to. So another way you can double kick, which was that right there, is that if you hit kick as your kick impacts the gem, you can get another hit at the same power of a far kick.
Please.
Essentially, how you calculate damage in this game is how far you are from the enemy when you kick them. So if you're able to get 2 kicks at a far distance with the double kick, it's a lot of damage immediately, and it kills like most of the enemies in this game. Um, yeah. So stuff like that could die in a single kick if you get the double kick. And stuff like that. And it's stuff like that that speeds up the time between different runners. But right now, I'm gonna explain the next boss, which we kind of met her in the beginning, but we skipped her like cool cutscene beginning. We're gonna meet Raven. Now, Raven is the rival of Cat in this game, and they're gonna have a gravity square-off, essentially. We don't know the motives of Raven and why she's like so bent up to be in our way and stop us right now. We just know that she doesn't like her. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, she just thinks we're evil. That's it. Oh, that's bad.
Oh well, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a battle. This is the windmill from the other area that we're trying to get back, and we have to fight her. Now, there's lots of different ways you can do this fight. Some players like to spiral immediately and try to get that damage right away. Essentially, the main goal that we're trying to do is slam her into a wall, and then she gets winded and stay still for us to attack her. Oh my god. Also, sometimes she doesn't like to move. That was a nice Raven. I see you do more of the wire notes strats on that, where you do a setup in order to get her more planted towards the wall. Newer runners like to just like typhoon her into the wall, and then like she gets off of it, and you have to like angle kicks around her.
Yeah,
she can be
I
a
figured
pain.
out that she's if you miss a kick, she just starts flying around and just starts being really annoying. I figured out that like as long as you kick her when she stops, the third kick always sends her flying. Oh, can I get the kick flip? Hey, oh, I missed it. I call it the kick flip because like you kick to that lamp and then you can just like bounce off it.
Oh yeah. I'll explain that as well. Since like her kick has like a hitbox at the end of the things, if you kick like barrels or fence and stuff like that, Cat recoils and the object is destroyed. But if you're able to cancel your gravity before you hit objects or fences or anything like that, Cat flies around it. There's no hitbox anymore, but keeps the momentum, and you can do little things like keep the momentum over a fence and then cancel it with gravity basis in order to get like a quick turn under a bench or something like that. And it's just little things like that allows us to optimize it. I hope you don't drop this bomb, bro.
Can you drop the bomb?
You can drop the bomb and it fails.
What? I actually didn't know that. The Alias, that guy that pretended to be Sid, the thief, is like we're basically dealing with him. He's like he can summon monsters. Like he's got the gem, and he planted a bomb. Oh come on! And we're just here being a superhero.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we have a bunch of officers stuck on these things.
Yo, they got pranked.
I don't even know how this guy got up to this one, to be honest.
The lore is that the monsters just picked them up and put them down. In high places.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious, actually.
Yeah, they're like, I am but person, cannot fly, help.
But yeah, Cat and Raven both have gravity powers. Everybody else uses these, hey, that's an octopus. Uses these flying contraptions you see here, and they move slower than like a turtle. So like how people move without Cat. In Gravity Rush 2, I think she acts like a taxi for people. Just because she's just that much faster.
Yeah. Okay, but now we get into a fun little section. We meet the villain of this arc, Alias.
Oh, yeah. I very much like this one.
I love Alias. My dude is a spooky-eyed dude.
I hate fighting him, but I love his section.
Yeah. So this is kind of like the Spiral section where we are trying to optimize fights, collect gems at the same time while staying alive, because right now we like have no health. So right now we use Typhoon in order to clear out the wave a little bit quicker. He's not actually going to use his Stasis Orb right now, just because it's more useful later on. We go into here, collect some gems, trying to maximize our time, and then meet up with Alias again in order to kill the next wave. We use the Stasis object here in order to break this shell, because it takes too many kicks and we're lazy. Nice double kick. We're gonna go in and hopefully get all
but
this.
yeah, you saw me. Oh my god! Just try to kick that. This is kind of what the movement in this game is like. Especially if you're a beginner, just trying to hit things is very difficult and very tilting sometimes.
Yeah, some of the so what happened there specifically is that you can really only kick like shells and the orbs on top in order to damage. If you kick anything off, anything else like the gelatin or the other things it's made out of, Cat recoils a lot of the time, and especially if you have like gems turn away from you, Cat tries to turn around with the auto targeting and whatnot, but stuff like that gets a little bit wonky. But just a little practice and that stuff becomes basically second
don't
nature.
go run away. Oh
my man's gonna run. Right now we only really want to kill this tower because it's the only thing that makes Alias respawn over here. So that's why we got the Stasis object in order to break the shell and kill it as fast as we can. And now we have Alias. I'll explain it as fast as I can. He's a giant dragon, right? Oh, you go for this? Oh. What is this? You go for this, okay. No. Okay. The strat that he goes for manipulates the use for black hole. Oh no. Alias, please.
Alright, we're good.
Nice. Yeah. And now you can just wail on him. He doesn't move. He's a dead target. Okay, I guess I'll explain that. Ow. What he used there was black hole. At level 1, it doesn't do a lot of damage. But essentially what he wanted to do was use the big hitbox of it, and for some reason if you pause and unpause, it does way more damage than it should. And he wanted to use that in order to like one-shot the 2 gems on the head. Another strat that people use as well is just like go up Typhoon and then try to double kick their way through it. But
yeah,
that boss is
a lot more consistent.
Yeah, that boss has a lot of history about being wonky and what it wants to do at certain points. So we try to do as much as we can to mitigate that type of stuff, but he can still just jump around and kill you.
Please?
I believe we can get this dead. And we got the death. Level 4 kick, let's go. And we're back in the negatives as well.
So in this rift, this rift is very, I don't know, it could be very tilting because Dusty is now sick. What we didn't see was the creator gave him some cookies because he had a bunch of cookies, and then Dusty is feeling down about it. And since he's our source of our gravity power, we have a little bit of it, but we also recharge it a lot faster.
Yeah, and that's the whole gimmick of this fight. Who would have known it's more managing your gravity. It's even lower than like level 1 gravity, essentially. And you have to play around that a lot of the time. It recharges way faster, but you have like literally none of it. So we're going to see him utilize stasis a little bit more in order to get more consistent damage out of like floating enemies and whatnot. Yeah. Oh god. Nice. Those shell spiny things, you can't really attack them until they go back into like a seated form where they show off their gems and you're able to kill them. But they can also, it's only that for a limited time before they blow up again. We're gonna see a new enemy here called, I call them long legs. It's a bingo.
Let's call them walkers.
Yeah, they also walk around. They have 3 gems on their back, and a lot of the times we try to just take care of them with Typhoon, but another times it's not available, so they can be a little awkward to kill as well. Here we're just trying to get enough gems, let's get the upgrade, and then this fight is fun. I don't know what he does for it. I'm pretty sure you just use a light stasis or you try to kick a lot.
I try to go in order. The order is kind of finicky.
Yeah. Basically, you really just want to contain the ones on the bottom because they move and the one floats, though. But again, you don't have a lot of gravity, so.
If you do that right and know which one has gems, which is the majority of them, you can actually just chain kicks nonstop.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our new enemy. We just call him Flower because looks like a flower, and it's very dangerous because I have level 1 health, and I will have level 1 health pretty much the entire run. And that thing can 2-shot me.
Everything basically can, but so we're gonna kill these little flower palms right down here because we can't attack the main boss without breaking these. Yeah, the good thing about these flowers is they're pretty easy to double kick if you just time the kick as you hit them. But they like to close and open a lot, and it becomes a little finicky in order to get it. But now that he's killed them all, it's going to open, and he has limited time in order to get as much damage as he can. Let's hope he... Oh!
I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you should be good.
But I had to be very careful there because I want to keep this special gauge.
Yeah. Okay. So we didn't kill it. It's out here now.
Yeah, we killed it in the rift. It didn't die, and now we're outside. And it's here in the real world basically. And now we gotta kill it again. I think that's the only lore to it.
Yeah. It's a lot more dangerous out here, essentially, because it attracts Nebula and whatnot. So it's getting like the military involved, and we're fighting alongside them right now, unknowingly, of course. But we're just trying to save the day. We're heroes, you know.
This is definitely a cool fight, but it is very dangerous. Like I could die very easily here.
Yeah, this part of the run is very, very dangerous. As he said, has very low health, and there's bullets flying all over the place. Enemies trying to get him. So he has to be very careful about his health more than anything. But as you can see, if you're far enough, you can get these consistent double kicks, and allows you to kill the flowers really, really quick.
For some reason, the flowers specifically, you can actually get triple kicks on them, and sometimes quad long kicks, which is like an obscene amount of damage.
Yeah. So right now he's gonna try to double kick as fast as he can, so it doesn't close. It's also really dangerous because it's surrounded by smites that can combo that.
Oh yeah, in this game, it looks like I get hit and then I can just do whatever. I can actually get wombo comboed if everything hits me all at once. And that has happened several times where my entire health just disappears.
Okay.
Because a golem falcon punches me and a squid is just like, it's horrible.
So here's another trick. Surprise. It's called Invisicat. So what we did is we went towards an out of bounds area that warped Cat back as he's triggering a cutscene. So right now, Cat's like the player model is in the air, and as there's a cat cutscene happening on the ground where she's like, "Oh wow, a new city! Oh, the creator's here," but she's not really out here. She's paying back her debt getting that money. You know, sharks don't leave her alone, so she has to be invisible and do a couple unlocks and whatnot.
Yeah, she's very much homeless and in debt. Well, actually, no, she has a home now. You can call it sewer home, right?
You can call it whatever you want.
The Teenage Mutant Turtles call it that. So
Yeah. So yeah, that's a weird glitch that works in other areas, but it's very useful here. And now here comes a fun chapter called Descent. Essentially,
it's fun for the runner because it's meditative, but watching it is dull.
it has some tech too. A thing called gravity pumping. Essentially, if you what he's doing right now is gravity pumping. He's kicking for an indefinitive amount of time and then canceling gravity because her falling, when she does a lot of spins and whatnot, is actually faster than kicking. And so this part just becomes optimizing that and getting this clip right now, which will look weird. I'll just let him do it.
Oh, I messed up.
Boom, there we go.
Oh, this is my only contribution to the run. There, I just skipped a tutorial.
Yeah.
We don't know why it works. I just did it one day, and then it was like, oh, cool, this is what you do, and now we do it.
Now it's consistent, because it usually shows up being like, ball, dummy. But now we don't even have to do that. Essentially, this level, if you look into the pillar right now, that's the level. That's supposed to be what you're supposed to be falling through, collecting gems, and having fun. But we're having more fun being fast, and going outside, going outside of the level. The only thing that he has to be worried about is
we're technically not outside a level. We're
in between. The only thing he has to be looking out for are these triggers, these balls of gravity that can take away or give him gravity. And he has to lose it at certain different points in order to keep the checkpoint rolling.
Actually, the checkpoint moves by itself, I think, whether we get the checkpoint or not. It's just if we have gravity at certain points, or actually no, like I could follow the entire way to where I want to be, but if I have gravity when I'm not supposed to, I actually just void out. Yeah,
and it's not fun. So right now he's not supposed to have gravity, so we don't lose gravity and continue to fall. I don't know.
Well, until we get to Raven, it's just falling fast. It's the best way to describe it.
It's been the whole game, but now it's legitimately all we can do.
I mean, I can kick.
Oh yeah, you can.
I mean, that's about it.
Heck yeah.
I'm trying to get the camera angle of this, but yeah, I guess we could just like fill the time. Talk about our streams. I don't know if you stream actually, Muffin.
I want to get back into runs. I'm going for a 130. And I need to get back into this game. I also want to shout out Wire Notes.
He's actually in the chat right now.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to be shy and coy about everything, but he's in the chat.
Yeah, he's our world record holder right now. He's going for a 122, I believe. Yeah. And I'm like 6 seconds away from a sub 30.
Sub 30, which is like a grind time for it. I'm gonna talk about some more if you want to hear about Alice Action as well.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So there's two main runners that have been fighting for world record back and forth for years. It's a little bit on a lull now, but I'm sure he'll be back. There's our Japanese runner, Alice Action, known for like Wired Notes would take back the record, just being stylish and being like incredibly good with his stuff. And then Alice action out of nowhere. Not only drops a new like run, but just has like entirely new tech in it. And in the beginning, it was like the community would just like watch it and be like, "Oh, right, this all just makes sense and whatnot. This is why you would go for that and whatnot." But recently, Wired Notes has just been on a tear, and keeping it a stack.
We can continue that after. You want to explain this real quick?
Sure, yeah.
Only real tech here.
This is hard. We're going to try to get Raven to stop attacking us, and how we do that is we go through these bones. Raven tries to follow us, but she's a little too big and gets stuck.
Yeah, she is now just up there.
Up there, yeah.
And now as long as I just kind of hug this wall, that's kind of it, actually. This is another 3,000 yards of falling with style.
Yeah.
But if you guys didn't find this out, I would have hated this section because Raven has all the powers we do, except just a little bit stronger and a little bit more trolly. Instead of like throwing out several typhoon shots, she throws out one big blast and it hurts a lot. She doesn't have a spiral. No, she has a spiral. She has a spiral kick, and she has these like blue balls that really hurt also. But the one thing that it's horrible fighting her is her black hole, because unlike us that just does damage, hers does a lot of damage and sends us back, like voids us out for no apparent reason, and we just get like jumped up like halfway up every time we get hit or something.
So that's why we put her in timeout. I don't want to deal with that. Your health doesn't. You think we can survive here? No.
Oh yeah, I get 2 hit.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky, 3 hit.
Yeah. That's pretty good. But now it's just falling. But we have a gravity, so we're trying to optimize with gravity pumps, and making sure we get to the bottom. Essentially. The lore behind this is drop something. A lady drops something.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the lady I talked at the beginning, she's just like, oh no, I think her boyfriend is dead or something. I don't know why she had a letter, but she lost the letter and it fell down into the void. And instead of just being like, yeah, that's completely gone. Do you see under this mess? Cat's like, yeah, I'll go get it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and then get scared.
I don't know why Raven's here, honestly. But yeah, we're on a quest for a letter. That's her superhero story. Dealing with all this BS.
Yeah.
We'll just play a part later.
Yeah.
We got hit by some gravity blasts, and now we're captured by a bunch of kids. And Dusty is nowhere to be seen, so we have no gravity powers. Actually, where is Dusty?
He's in like a small little cave somewhere. No, I think he's just sitting somewhere.
Yeah, but the lore about these kids is they were on a bus, and then they got yanked into the void down below, and now they're living here.
By the way, you can move in this cutscene.
Oh yeah, like you can just do this, but it doesn't do anything.
No.
I can just jump here. And that's Sinea. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sinea. She think. What was it? The Watchers. Right, like the creator is like the one above all, and she's the Watcher. Every time she dreams, we'll see her later. But every time she dreams, she basically just becomes whatever the Watchers are.
Yeah.
It's like if you play it, you'll just be as confused whether or not I explain it or not. It's just like, yes, this is the story. Don't touch me, kid.
Yeah, right now we're sneaking away. We jumped
I
out.
don't know why we're even sneaking. They're a bunch of kids. Why can't we just like push them over?
They have sticks, bro. They have sticks. They can hit you with a stick. You want that?
I can just kick them like this. Like, yeah.
Kid with a stick?
Apparently, Cat's scared of them or something.
Yeah. Well, he's doing a good job hiding. We're trying to get enough gems because we do one final bed here. Don't get seen by a child. Good job. And Cat, or Dusty's just kind of here. So the next fight is probably the biggest fight in the game. We call it Kids Fight. Essentially a bunch of Nevi come out of nowhere and attack all the kids in all parts of the village.
No,
Oh,
I
no.
hate when this happens.
Oh no!
It's so rare to happen too.
Yeah. I delay it a little bit so I can like dodge the shots in order to do it. But right now we wanted to use Typhoon 4 in order to take care of this dragon real quick. Because as you can see, there's a lot of flub all over the place and it's really, really hard to kick. But that aside, once we use Typhoon, we want to try to kill all the Nevi on top. That allows us to go to the bottom of this floor and kill the rest of the Nevi. This fight has been like attacked on a bunch of different angles by a bunch of different runnings. It's pretty set right now. We try to kill the flyers not as much as we can and get as much done up here before our Typhoon comes back at the end so we can clean up the rest of the fight. But this fight is known to be one of the two more technical fights of the game, just because there's a lot going on. I'm pretty sure. Oh my god. He does have a different kill route. Usually,
I'm kind of just like winging it because of how
I can see that. Yeah. And
grab that just in case.
yeah, go under and kill these Nevis. I'm gonna explain that little dude who's popped out. Those things are called sharks. Essentially, they're able to dive into the terrain, and you can't hit them in there. So we have to bait them out with an attack, and then go for the kill. These are kind of like the first place you can see them, and they're quite annoying. Okay, so right now the Typhoon's gonna clean the rest of this fight up. There isn't too many left. Yeah, there you go, Kids Fight.
The optimal run, you would only need like one Typhoon and that's at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. I typically need two, but it's not that much faster. But it is very cool.
Yeah. We're gonna meet the boss that never wants to die ever, Nushi. Which is just this giant worm that hates everyone. As you can see flying up here. Right now, we're gonna try to delete this health bar right now, which in a really, really cool segment. Essentially, he does this big I'm charging my laser animation, and you have a set amount of time in order to kill this big gem on the back. This is also a really good place to practice your double kicks, because it just doesn't move and allows you to wail on it. But essentially, if you don't kill it in time, it hides again, and you have to wait for it to fly. Right now,
Dang it.
oh nice, yeah. It's like, you're close. Oh, that counts.
I think I got it.
Yeah, that counts.
That's just what it is.
Essentially, we're trying to move the goalposts and meet Raven at different places in order to drop these fruits on the worm to hurt it. Two thing counts in order to move the checkpoint along is that you hit the gem again on the top of his head, or you can be a little bit more fancy and get ahead of the curve by hitting the bones on the tentacles. So optimizing this becomes like hitting the bones at different places.
Come on.
Yeah, but you hit the bone.
I got the bone though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm good to just drop.
Yeah.
I've actually died here to that spiny.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, I know. And then it's like, well, what do I do now?
You die, you do it again.
Yeah, you be right.
But yeah, that chapter is really fun in terms of like trying to go for those optimal bone hits, because unlike the gem on the head, there's no auto targeting for that, so you have to aim, and the worm is moving all over the place, and it can get annoying.
Oh wait, oh, no. I want to hear it.
What do you do?
Okay, so the language is a mix between like Japanese, French, and Latin, or something like that. For some reason, the way she talks here, she just says as well as doo-doo. It's just like, I just love hearing it every single time. But yeah, that lady is Sinea. See, you can see the name. Her name is Awakened Sinea, or Sienia, or I don't even know how to pronounce it. She is the Watcher of the World. She very much is like kind of the administrator, try to keep things in check for the creator, even though the creator is like kind of just an old guy doing stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is episode 15. There's some tech in this, and it's very painful to miss stuff. And it is this I don't know, this episode is very dull. I wish we could skip this.
I have a really good story for this though.
Okay, go ahead. We have time.
Yeah. So we have a runner who's really more interested in the challenge run side of this game now. Like world record on the leaderboard for all the challenge races. And he started running this. And we were like all excited for a new run, and we were watching him, and like everything else was just like, oh, he's just like a new runner and whatnot. And then he came to this chapter and just like blew all our minds, and we're like, well, where did you learn all that? And he's like, oh, this is actually my favorite chapter.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So there's a thing coming up. I think it's after this room that we designated called the Bunny Hop. And it's because of him.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, you're gonna be very disoriented. Sorry.
Yeah.
I actually can't control the camera here. It just decides to do whatever it wants. So sorry.
Yeah. Basically, we got to figure out this puzzle and get to the right places without actually using our gravity kicks and whatnot. But essentially, in the next room, what the bunny hop is that from here you do a leap of faith into this in order to hit the skip fall. Hey, wait.
It's actually faster for me to reset like 2 or 3 times and actually go through the entire puzzle.
Fair enough. Okay, that does reset it. Essentially, what he's trying to do is hit this teleport on an angle that allows Kat to grab the side of the other wall.
Okay, I'm just gonna. You know what? We'll just keep going.
If you
but
like,
this skip sucks. It's like you can't be on the very edge, or you will just miss. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
And you actually want to be careful there too, because if you hold right, the game hasn't really registered you facing right, so you actually go left and just fall off.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice skip. You can see you can get her on like a weird angle. And there's another skip in this room where we do this kind of parkour jump into this little corner. And then we line up a camera and do like a turn kick in order to climb all the way up here, and then just do a jump of faith down to the end.
Did I just miss it?
You missed.
I just missed. Oh my god, that trigger is giant, and I missed it. I can't.
Yeah.
That's actually a first.
I just kind of just jump at her. And,
Yeah, I just jumped at her, but apparently I jumped at her wrong. But yeah, it skips going all the way like through here. You see all these like gravities. It saves like a minute.
there go.
I don't know the significance of this, but this is actually funny. You just face plant, and then she's like, "Wake up!"
Yeah.
I still like story wise. I read through it, and I kind of watched some of the cutscenes, and it's just like I still don't know what's going on.
This is where the story kind of goes nuts, but it's always a good time the entire time. You're learning, Kat's learning a little bit of her past here.
I don't think she learns anything though.
Walks into a castle. It's a weird setup for other things. That left a lot of questions in the beginning and then get answered in another game.
Yeah, Gravity Rush 2 actually explains a lot of it, apparently. Too bad that game has like way more stealth sections, and apparently it has way worse combat, which is kind of funny because you like the combat was fine, you just made it worse.
Yeah, it's the best way I can describe Gravity Rush 2 is in Gravity Rush 1, Kat's a lot more agile and easier to control. In Gravity Rush 2, she kind of moves like a dump truck. It works a lot better because you can feel more of the weight behind kicks and gravity itself. But in terms of like controlling in a speed sense, sucks.
Yeah,
so that's why people like this game more.
You can't really rapid kick from the looks of it. So I just slows things down, but it does look way cooler. The game actually looks like so good.
Yeah. It's a very.
It's not that great.
Yeah, it's a great game. I love playing it. It's just for speed reasons, I don't want to do it.
Hey, look, it's Raven. She realized that we're a good guy.
Yeah. Okay. Time to do a tip. And why we got a black hole in the first place. Essentially, we break a big gem while breaking the bones around it, and the damage values gets all wonky and insta-kills the gem. Usually, even with how powerful we are with kicks, it takes a lot in order to kill those gems. But with this little trick with black holes, it allows us to
please
just
let me in.
Get that cycle right down, which allows us to use the rest of the time because the gem on Nushi's head is invulnerable, and this place is just rich with gems. Like all these big gems are worth like 25 each, and they're all over the place. So we use the rest of this time to get as much as we can. Ideally, we want above 1,000 in order so we just don't have the debt anymore to get our final upgrades.
That's not like scary or anything. What happens is if you debt, odds are you're not going to get enough gems for an health upgrade later, because there's going to be a Panther episode. I think it's like 18 or something. It's really fun, but very dangerous. If I die at any point before a specific spot, I have to redo it all over again. And it's like 5 minutes or something.
Way long. It's the tech part of the run, at least endgame.
I kind of went down really late. Hopefully I make it.
So a good timer that a lot of runners do is that when your special orb comes back, that's when he stops. That's when this orb pops up.
Ooh, yeah, this is.
You missed it a lot.
More. I thought I went down when I think I was too high. Oh well, we'll just get more gems.
Essentially, my tell is that as soon as I get my special gauge back, which is the little red dot in the center of the gravity gauge, I head straight down because that's immediately when he's going to start kicking.
Yeah, I did that, but I was too far up. because I kind of went the weird route because of the start of this. But oh well. Oh, she's doing it again?
Yeah, you should just stay on top of him. Because you have more than enough gems. Yeah, you have more than enough gems in order to do the upgrades.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
No, that's good. You gotta watch those worms wiggle a bit. And get lower and lower. But yeah, this is usually how the boss fight's supposed to be. You're following around trying to dodge bullets and waiting for him to reveal his butt.
But yeah, it's like starting out, a lot of times, like I would miss the that orb quick kill or whatever you want to call it, the black hole. It took me a while to figure it out. And if you can't break the orb, or at least break the majority of it, you basically don't have time to get any gems. And you, like, bare minimum, you need 600 coming out of it to afford the debt without like an immense amount of backtracking. I've gone out of here with 300 before. That's just how bad it can go.
From what I remember, you do the skip here, right?
Yep.
What? Okay. I respect it.
I do that just for gauge management.
Yeah,
because this thing is very finicky for me.
So essentially, we're gonna do the same clip that we did before in order to clip into the tree again. But we do this in a weird way. Yeah, upside down.
It's very weird. There's a golem fight like over there. We don't want to do that.
Yeah. But we need to be very precise with our gauge. Because even if we're just standing here, it's using it, right? So we're trying to get the clip, and there we go. We're inside the tree. Usually there's a fight, but we skip it. He wanted to collect more gems down there because he won't be collecting the gems going up to the tree. But right now we're kind of stuck in here. But luckily there's a trigger right into the little tree here that allows us to get back in bounds. There's supposed to be a dude there that we pick up, but he's invisible because we clipped him. So this is the only useful death warp in the game.
Yeah, we're still level 1 health, by the way. But yeah, we meet this guy who's here for some reason and is like, yeah, take me up there. And we're like, all right.
Because we're cat, we never say no.
Do it, yeah. Taxi service cat. I've actually dropped him like up here before.
Oh yeah.
He was horrible.
But right now we put him down and said, "Oh no, what are these creepy crawlers?
What are those?
What are those?" So yeah, we try to kill that guy and let Typhoon 4 do most of the work. At this point in the game, Typhoon 4 is just way too good, and it just annihilates everything. So now we can really focus on movement and stuff like that. By the way, remember a long time ago we were like, there was a boyfriend involved, but maybe he's gone? That was a ghost.
Yeah, the boyfriend had to let her all the time because he was dead.
Now he's gone. But we helped him, right?
Yeah, we have the letter.
I love that.
We're taking it back.
I just love the beat where it's just like, I guess I've returned the letter to the rightful owner. Well, gotta head up.
Okay, I'm gonna focus here because this is a very dangerous fight.
This fight is a nightmare. Essentially, we have these things called like swordfish, and they're really annoying to hit at certain angles. Everything here has the highest level health that it can have. Plus, there's a dragon down there, and we don't have our Typhoon. So we're trying to kill as much as we can while not dying to these sword fishes. And then use our Typhoon here just to obliterate this dragon down here. But he's also shooting bullets, and if you get hit while in Gravity Typhoon, it's canceled. But luckily you got
Yeah,
it.
you saw me get hit gravity canceled at the kids fight. Where? Here you are. Oh well. Okay, so at Park, I did a gravity cancel, like really. It wasn't very close to one of the Nebbies, the small little orbs with like a small tentacle. During the startup, I literally saw him rush up to me and smack me out of that typhoon.
Heck yeah. Yeah,
It was like at Park, like at the very beginning. And for some reason, those are the most dangerous swordfish in the whole game. Like the swordfish after this are kind of, they're not that bad.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our final upgrade of the game, and it's Stasis Field. It's the thing that allows us to pick up things. What it levels up specifically is the amount of things that we can pick up for most of the
damage
game,
of a throw too.
and the damage rate. I don't care.
That does actually matter though.
I have Typhoon.
Apparently. I mean, apparently that's what Notes told me. I'm like, oh, dude, I guess that matters.
My notes. Come on. Anyway. So we leveled that specifically.
Oh my god. That's so sad. So I guess when I got the Invisicat sewer, it didn't register.
Unfortunately. Now we gotta fly.
This run is getting out of hand. I don't even know the way.
Oh, you got this.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. Cool.
You can just select it there. Okay.
Well, we get to talk more about the lore, I guess. So we came out of the void basically, and I need to go grab the sewer anyways. Oh, hello, train.
Oh, yo, let's go, train.
Surprise
thanks
train.
for that ride. But yeah, we came out of the void, and a year has passed because even though we were there for like maybe a few days, the void has different time properties. Raven is actually one of the kids from that bus. She like that guy with that little kid with the mask is actually her brother. How she got out, I have no clue. But yeah, it's been a year. And we actually go back with the letter to the girl, and then she's like, "Yeah, I don't care. I have a boyfriend now." Or like I have a husband. And I'm like, "Well, great."
Yo, what? But right now, like Kat does, she kind of finds random things to do after you finish the task, and we find this weird scientist who's like, "I need to do this, but I can't fly."
He's part of military or something. But yeah, everything is like kind of militarized, quote unquote modern, because it has been a year, and they're kind of researching Nevi. And Kat's just like, okay, I'll hope, I guess. Superhero, yay!
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to be very careful with these sensors because I can actually drop them if I get hit once. And that involves going back and doing stuff, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. There is the ledge wood, but it's really hard to hit.
I mean, it's slower though.
If you hit it before that, it teleports you back here, so you don't have to kick. Like before you put the sensors down, you can ledge wood back to the side and then fly over here. It saves a second, it's fine.
It saves a single second?
Yeah, it's not worth it, but it's cool.
Alright, it's still my backup strat, so that's okay. But lore-wise for the sensors, I don't really know. Like, now you put it there, turn it on, and then surprise, Nebbies show up.
Yeah, essentially they're doing research on Nevi. So these sensors were built to attract them. So they can use it for military uses, of course. Hopefully you live. This is now a spooky time. You got it. Oh, never mind. Oh god, thank god.
That was a little sketchy. I kind of wanted to save these healths just in case for this fight, but I guess not.
You can get one of them. Yeah. So right now we're gonna put down the last sensors, which is gonna trigger the big fight at the end. This fight has like a really cool route, and I think it's probably one of the more optimized fighting in the game. But again, runners do.
No.
And that's an example of you get hit, drop it. So now he has to go back and pick it up.
Excuse me?
I don't know what rain does for this fight. So.
I don't know either. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Yeah. So ideally, you want to try to blow these guys up real quick with triple kicks, because they have rocks and gems, and if they jump back in, they run. What runners? Oh my god! Yeah, you can do it here too. We try to kill these two Smities here, just because, as you can see, Typhoon can't get through them if they're attacking. So if you kill the Spinies and then attack, you can kill them. You also want to kill the swordfishes in a certain way, because that's the thing that spawns this dragon. And ideally, we want to use the Typhoon again for it. It allows you to kill this thing quicker. But now we're freestyle. Let's go.
No, this is kind of about how I do it.
I was explaining other like strats.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do for that fight. I used to go I drop like all the way down, just so I'm out of the way and do a super far Typhoon. But that's like really slow, and you can't. It's really hard to control Typhoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And Typhoon works kind of like lock-on with camera. It's very weird and wonky. And there was one time, like, you could get gravity canceled in the most obscene ways. Like, I would be down there, and these swordfish actually move very slow. So you would Typhoon, and then you would just see a swordfish just snailing towards you, and you just get gravity canceled, and you could do nothing about it.
Yeah.
And these things are slow.
You see how fast Cat is as a taxi?
Yeah. Yeah. He's just like, all right, this is done. Take me to the top of the clock tower. Like, oh wait, I gotta go over here, and then I gotta go over here. Wait, what's the time? All right, I need to go over here now. And then the Cat's just like, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
And he's like very annoyed. I honestly have no idea what the lore is for here, but she goes to sleep, and now she has a dream where Dusty is I don't know. I honestly don't know.
So she's kind of like doubting herself right now, and she goes into this dreamlike state where all the worst possible things can happen, like Dustin's away. Apparently Alias is back too, so there's that. So she's just like in kind of straight. And the point of this whole section is to get back her confidence and whatnot. So we have to collect all these cats again and regain our powers. And it's going back through the game. You see Raven, you see the kids again, and it's just really trying to like instill that we're nearing the end. This also comes with probably the most technical fight in the whole game, just because there's a lot of threats all over the place, and if you die, you have to do it all over again. You're going to see some recurring bosses show up, golems that can one-shot you with punches, and other just pesky things all over.
Yeah, until I basically grab the 4 Dusties at the very end. I can't die here, otherwise I end up back at that bridge.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of basically ABM.
I still have level 1 health.
Oh yeah, no, it's really dangerous. We use Typhoon here in order to obliterate these 2 waves as fast as we can. This is the most optimal place because we want to use it again at a later point. And we go to specific areas in order to get our cat back. Here,
Oh my god, please.
it's kind of spooky because, like, hard to dodge while also trying to attack these things. And this area has a lot of floating enemies that shoot, along with a spiny with a shell. So a way to get through that is yeah, it shoots a lot. A way to get through there is using the stasis gem or stasis object in order to kill, but you can also like kick real quick, get rid of it easily. Which spawns this.
Okay.
Don't break the bench. Yo, that bench is good. Alright, never mind.
Oh, okay. It decided to break anyways. Well then.
It's just another stasis item you can use to break a shell and kick things pretty quickly. But we do have double kicks in order to break the shell as well.
Don't go in there, please.
A thing about the Panther's force field is that we can't go in there, and in fact damages us in order to do it. But here we are. This is the second last big wave. We got some froggies and some long legs to deal with, but this area spawns an old boss and 2 golems at the same time. They're extremely dangerous. So I hope the best will reign. Here they come. Usually we try to get as far away as we can in order to get as much damage as we can with gems. But right now he has to be wary about the boss behind him because he does kind of like a spinning attack, which I guess he just didn't want to do.
And there it goes, the Falcon Punch.
Getting a little spooky. Nice. Only has the 1 gem on the end, but he does have these AoE attacks, so you have to keep on watch out.
Alright, we're safe.
Now we're gonna collect the last of our cats, but we still have 1 more obstacle after we get these.
I'm gonna do it. Did I get it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. You can actually collect all, both of them at the same time.
Oh yeah. Now that we have Dusty back, we're fully confident in ourselves, and so we're gonna Typhoon everything to death. Ideally, we want to try to kill all this swordfish with this Typhoon, and then deal with the golems just with kicks, just because of less variance with moving with golems and swordfish. But I think 1 got away. Yeah, that guy.
Yep. I've died a bunch of times here.
There we go. And we get the
that
last
was Panther. Now our cat is a panther.
Heck yeah.
She basically got like a power up, and then the military is like, we've done it. We created the ultimate weapon, I think, and then it goes nuts.
Oh yeah, no, it's but right now we're getting the information. We got the announcement from our big guys, so we're gonna go check it out, which triggers the final events of the game, which are really fun. This last boss has so much to it, so many different ways you can come about it, but we're gonna show off a new things that got recently added to the route, a new glitch that makes some things basically super tricky.
Don't crash. That should be good.
Hopefully. We'll explain it later.
Yeah, we have a lot of time if I get it.
Yeah. You can explain it. Hopefully you get it.
Doesn't crash. Nope.
Did you get it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll wait a sec.
While we're trying to get this, I just wanted to say I know it's a kind of like a remnant of it being a handheld title originally, but I always really liked the comic book appearance of like all the menus and even the like in between like story cutscenes and stuff. It's just a really cool thing for this game. I just really love the way this game handles itself.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I got it. All right, cool. So now this is called Quiet Cat because now you hear these kicks. Well, I mean you don't. That's why it's called Quiet Cat. She's now invincible.
So don't really know how this works. It also works in different ways for whatever platform you have. So if you have an SSD from HHD, you have to do different types of page turns. But essentially what he does is he pauses the games and exit back to the menu. And as he's exiting back to the menu, he's turning the pages of the menu, like going through different sections of it. And you have to do a certain amount of page turns in order to get this glitch.
And it's according to whatever. It's dependent on your hardware. So like you can take as much as 8. I take 6 because I have SSD and a PS4 Pro. So it's like the fastest load. But if I didn't have if I go past 6, the game actually crashes.
Yeah, it's a very finicky that way. But now Cat's essentially invincible, and it allows us to skip something that people don't like doing because it's a run killer at the end of the game, and the skip itself is a little RNG-ish. But with Quiet Cat, it gives us a property that allows us to kill an upcoming boss immediately. But I'll explain both ways that happen. Right now, we're just trying to move certain checkpoints along in the fight. We need to kill a certain amount of an enemy in order to move the big orb of death around. And there's little tricks that you can do in order to skip certain animations. Like right now, he has stasis in order to kill these spinies before the boss actually does, which just speeds up the cycle a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I think he has like a kill sequence, and we're just kind of skipping them. We don't really know how it works. We just know what to do, basically. Right. So this is Unica. She's a robot. She's with the military, and she thinks you're up to no good, just like Raven. And then real soon she'll be like, all right, the military is... Did I cancel that too early? Oh, I hope not.
I think she's good. This is the special property it gives Typhoon, or Spiral Claw. Just instantly killing bosses. She's dead.
Yeah, it instantly kills anything it touches, basically. Or has infinite damage frames or something things die. But yeah, this is Nemone. It's just their secret weapon gone wrong. Because they used the Nevi to create this thing. And now the Nevi are revolting. And now Cat's like, well, great. Superhero, yay.
There's one other thing I want to mention about Unica. Before that was found, there was a quick kill setup, essentially. But what this basically takes out is the RNG, because there's different patterns she can give you. But and it's right at the end of the run, so like you're stressed the entire way. But with Quiet Cat,
this also makes you invincible, which is very important because it's very easy to die in this section.
Yeah.
But ideally, we still have level 1 health.
Oh yeah, you do. But I don't know. I'm a sadist. I don't do that. I try to do the quick kill, and I want the tension the entire time in the run.
Yeah, the quick kill is still. I mean, not doing Quiet Cat is still 20 seconds faster, more or less. This is still kind of beginner.
Technique.
But what it does let you do is not have to worry about the end. But this trick also has different properties. Like I can't actually do double kicks. I could do like semi-rapid kicks.
Yeah, you can. Can you still do first cycle on the last thing? Or do you go for first cycle
on the last part with Raven?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can still do that. And then the spiral just instant kills everything.
Oh, does
Where is this freaking orb?
It's up there, buddy. Go get him, buddy.
But yeah, you see this RNG. Like while it's spinning, it does explode, and it does almost one-shot you.
Yeah, it does. It's very scary.
But yeah, now it's just like, oh, it's roosting. Oh no, what do we do? And then I'll just show the cutscene about what we do because it needs no explanation because it has none. It's the best way I could put it. Because I was just like, oh, this story is kind of weird. Let's just watch a cutscene. And I see this cutscene and it's just like it blew my mind because I had no prior context, and we didn't mention anything about this at all. So this is gonna be wild for a lot of people. But yeah, we're just basically waiting for Sinea. Yeah, Gabe, the creator, or Gade, has a hole in his stomach. I think like mystery chance or something. And then she's like, use your gravity power. Cat's like, all right.
What in the world does this man have the void in his stomach?
Why does he have a building in his stomach? And it's just like, all right, I got it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Raven's like, I'm here to help.
Heck yeah. Let's go, Raven.
But yeah, now the core is out and we can actually kill it now. But yeah, seeing that for the first time is just like, what happened? But yeah, we gotta do like 9 kicks, and then since this is Quiet Cat, but yeah, that's Gade. He's again the creator of the world. For some apparent reason, I don't know how this village got to where it is, but he is kind of his fault. But he can't pull it out of the rift, and the rift. We didn't actually see it, but every rift. Oh my god, what's going on? Every rift that we went into, we're actually going into his stomach and pulling the building out of his stomach every time.
Yeah.
That's Gravity Rush.
What?
I'm actually yeah. Yeah, I'm actually waiting for Unico right now because if I don't, I soft lock. Because at a specific point, I can't actually kill Anemone. Because now, yep, insta kill. Otherwise, I would have to kick it and stuff. And then time is coming up right now. And that's Gravity Rush. Let's play out because you actually never see her, get to see her do this. But yeah. That's Gravity Rush and it is all its glory.
Everyone get your GGs out for Rain with Gravity Rush Remastered. This was actually really cool to watch.
Has a lot to it.
Like the movement is so cool. The ending the story being very anime is also very amusing. But when you all were talking about like, yeah, I don't know how this trick exactly works with Quiet Cat. It's like, look, you're the race car drivers. You're not the engineers. Don't worry.
Very much so. We've been trying to make this game for a while, and we've found little quirks like that that makes some of the ending stuff a little bit more easier to digest. But I'm happy that we got to show it off.
Heck
Again,
yeah.
I can't. really say this a lot. Our community is really tiny. Basically,
Yeah,
Rain just,
it kind of has to do with the publicity that it got, which is barely any. So not a lot of people know about this game, or that people even speedrun it. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
Oh, just like I'm happy that you came through. You brought a little bit of new life in the game with your runs and whatnot, and your consistency. And it's been really fun to watch you grow. And yeah, I feel like this game, if people give it a shot, if you're into speedrunning and you want to like, I don't know, fly around, this game is a blast to learn and play around. The community is super friendly, and we just keep on chugging.
Yeah, thank you all for your GGs. It was such a blast. Like this game is just so fun to play. We didn't actually mention like all the nuance that happens, but every kick I can actually control where she bounces, and I can actually kick to the side of me. It's actually crazy how much micro adjusting you have to do in this game, and that's what really makes this game worth playing. Is because it's very satisfying to be able to control her. And I'm like 6 seconds away from like sub 30, and I did it in a month. So if you guys want to learn a game to like sub 30, you guys can do it really quick. I just gotta get over the disorienting part of it. What's up, what's down. Like when I was learning it, my eyes were blurring of how much I was spinning around.
Yeah, this game looks like it would take a lot of adjusting too, especially if like you're a person who's like normally like motion sick easily. But honestly, like if y'all enjoyed this run and you want to pick up the game yourself, you absolutely can. There is a community. If you go to the speedrun.com page, there's a community Discord link that you can find there. And honestly, just like it's a cool game. You should give it a try.
It's currently like $30 right now, and it goes like half off or even 80% off a lot.
You can find it on the PS Store for like $5.
Yeah, it's a very cheap game as of now. It's getting a movie. Gravity Rush 2 is cool. Maybe there's gonna be Gravity Rush 3. That's gonna be dope. But yeah, you could check my stream out. I'm kind of a variety speedrunner at this point. I kind of just learn the game and then move on. But Gravity Rush is definitely like a soft spot for me at this point because it's just so like I love everything about it. But yeah, it's just so good. It's so endearing. But yeah, you could find me at twitch.tv/rain_BT. I usually stream in the morning. I'm trying to stream at night. But yeah, check out. Shout outs at Gravity Discord. They help me. They actually help me a lot with a lot of tech. It's kind of scattered everywhere. But great group of guys. Muffin's one of them. And this game actually has a lot of potential to grow. We just need more runners.
Yeah.
All right. Any last shout outs or anything before we go to break?
No. I'm good.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for being on the show. I'm really happy to see y'all come through and show this game off for us. Coming up next, we do have Electric Man 17 running Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue, which is a game from my childhood that I haven't played in years, but I remember really loving that game as a kid. Great collectathon. And I want to remind you all that if you want to follow what Games Done Quick is up to, use the !links command in chat for all things GDQ and your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, your gift subs, and all the bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel do help support Games Done Quick, both with our weekly hotfix content and with AGDQ 2023 online costs. So please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily GDQ content as I punch my microphone. But we're going to be right back in just a few minutes, so get up, stretch, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you with Toy Story 2 in just a few. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 39 of Never Before Seen. My name is AmberCyprian. I'm your host tonight as we bring you one more speedrun of a game that has never before been seen in a mainline GDQ event. We have Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue here with Electric Man 17. Thank you so much for being on the show tonight. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing very great. I was glad to showcase this game once again because I do love this game so much. It means a special place in my heart. Like, seriously, I would have not. If it wasn't for speedrunning this game, where would I be? I don't know where I would be today. Yeah. Let me just introduce myself. Hey, I'm Electric Man. I speedrun this game, Toy Story 2. We're actually going to be doing the 100%, if I'm correct.
Yes, we have you here for 100% because we like seeing all the things and collecting all the shiny things.
Yep, we're going to be collecting. So for 100%, we're going to be collecting all 50 Pizza Planet tokens and all 5 Mr. Potato Head's power-ups. And this is going to be kind of a hard category, especially for PlayStation standards, but we'll see how it goes. Time doesn't start yet. We're gonna, get the first cutscene here. So timer will start as soon as I can gain control of Buzz in the first level, and it is a focused heavy category, so I may have to concentrate a couple times.
Yeah, just say the word.
Perfect. So 3, 2, 1, 0 on go, we start the timer.
All right.
Got a deep breath. Go. 3, 2, 1, 0, go. Alright, so this game is inspired by Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario Odyssey, those games.
Yeah, it's one of the, it's honestly a classic collectathon style game. I played this a lot as a kid. I rented it from my local game store. I think it was probably Blockbuster I got this from. And it's developed by Traveler's Tales, and they developed Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic R, a bunch of other. They also developed the first Toy Story game on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo.
Yep. Yeah.
And you're just fighting the first, I think there's like a boss in every level like boss. This one, right?
Yep, boss level. So this is going to be our first boss token, and I just have to wait for his invincibility to run out. As I can see, I'm shooting him and he's invincible. So I just gotta wait for him to do that, and I have to time this very well. There we go. Now we're just gonna do a pretty difficult jump especially for new players, but veterans like me shall know this jump. So there we go. So what I did was an extended double jump, which is basically if you time it, then you'll get more height. And you're gonna see that a lot throughout the runs. By the way, you picked up Mr. Potato Head's earpiece, which we need for the Cosmic Shield, which is the worst power-up in the entire game. And I will demonstrate it. Literally. I'll demonstrate it why it's so bad. So we're just going to go to the race, and I'm doing the specific thing where I'm throwing out the van, collecting the token, and I'm moving on. Perfect.
I did not know that you could do that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's honestly pretty cool. Now
it's like watching a Mario Kart 64 run where they just decide, okay, I'm just gonna loop around in the same small spot that lets me trigger the lap counter.
Okay, so this is gonna be the only out of bounds clip in the entire run. Yeah, I used that out of bounds to get to the puzzle token, which is our third token. I should explain now. Alright, so now we're gonna be going ahead to Mr. Potato Head. And I was supposed to get hit there. Now let's see how much. Yeah. See how bad the Cosmic Shield is? You can only jump once. You can't use your laser. You can't use your spin. It's literally that bad. Like, why would anybody use this power up?
Yeah, what is this jump?
Yeah, it sucks. It just sucks.
It's so bad.
Now you know, people, do not pick up the Cosmic Shield. It's a bad power-up. The other 4 power-ups that we'll be seeing later in the round are actually useful. And so now we're gonna get to what is called a shadow box. As you can see, I jumped on, like, what I saw was like some sort of a shadow box there. That's so that allowed me to jump on an invisible platform. Anyways, right now I'm gonna be collecting finish up any chest by bag his coins. He needs 50 of them. Then we're just gonna go ahead and exit the level, not through the exit level normally. We're just gonna exit the level, and that's Andy's house. And we have to not save because that wastes time. And we're just gonna keep this up to the cutscene, and now we're in Andy's neighborhood. We're gonna be collecting all 5 tokens here.
So 100% is all the Pizza Planet tokens, and if I recall, every level has 5 different goals, or is it 6 different goals?
No, it's 5.
Okay.
Every level has 5.
And that's collecting all of the gold tokens and going to Mr. Potato Head?
Yep.
Or is it? No, it's going to Ham. Right.
But no, no, you were right the first time.
Oh, wow.
You were absolutely right the first time. All right, so now you're going to see more cheese, just like with the first race, but this time, you don't even need to bonk. You can like bonk him like once, and then you could just win the whole race. So just all you have to do is just go around this tree, bonk him once, and then in order to count it as a lap, you just go around the cone, and then it'll count as a lap. I don't know why, but the developers thought that you can go around the tree and around the cone to get it to count as a lap.
I like how there's like this very elaborate track laid out with hazards and everything, and then it's just like the because of where the triggers are and the fact that you can kind of walk anywhere on the track anyways, it just doesn't matter. This whole elaborate track with all the obstacles and the ramps and everything just doesn't matter.
Normally you're supposed to get the rocket boots, which we won't see until a later level, but we could just easily cheese this race like this. And I'm gonna do a spin, which I'm gonna do a dizzy strats to like make me move during the cutscene. It helps me get this token easier. And we're just gonna be
well, that's cool. So like the dizzying effect of spinning too much like lets you regain control in a cutscene?
Yes. And you're going to be seeing that a bit. You're going to see that quite a bit. And then we're just going to go ahead and use this pot to get to this plant. And now we just like this. Normally you're supposed to do the duck, but we're just going to collect it like that. And then we're just put these points here because we do 50. And why not? Grab a few extra coins. Not necessary, but whatever.
So for the folks who were asking what is a PlayStation TV or a PS TV, it was a tiny box that attached to your TV and lets you play games and stream video whether or not you had a PS3 or PS4. I don't remember when it was discontinued, but it was kind of it was basically letting you play like a bunch of digital library games on the PlayStation Store, and this is one of them.
Yes, you are correct. This actually came up in store, I think 2011, I believe, and you could get it for like very cheap. Yeah. It's also available on other versions as well. It's just not just PlayStation.
Yeah, there was an N64 and a PC version of this game as well,
As well as a
if I'm not
Dreamcast
mistaken.
1 year
Yeah,
later.
there was a Dreamcast version too.
So we're just gonna do a very get to the cult. We're just gonna do a hard jump, and yes, there it is. The pretty
Nice.
pink pants jump. I can't say the word I want to say because I would. I don't know. Anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and collect the last Sarge here for. I mean the last soldier for Sarge here. And now we're just exit out of level.
Yeah, so one of the missions in every level is to find and rescue 5 things that are missing. Last level was Bo Peep's sheep. This time it was Sarge's soldiers. And it's going to vary from level to level, I think.
Yep. And here's our first major boss fight. We're just going to be going ahead and tuning up this plane right here, and then we're gonna aim it. Boom. 2, and one more time. Boom. Now we exit the level, because when you exit the level, it just takes you to the next level. But you have to make sure you beat the boss in order to do it. Anyways, the hardest level in the entire 100% category. Ugh, I hate this level.
I
so
remember
much.
this level very vaguely from my childhood, and I remember not liking it.
Well, I did not like it when I ran to 100%. But at any percent, it's fine. You could just collect 1 or 2 tokens. This,
Yeah.
oof, it's not pretty. This level does not play nice, and I
So
think
what are the minimum tokens that you need to be able to complete the game in any percent?
40, but in the N64 version, you need 30. Because
Okay.
for some reason, kids are just dumb. All right. Oh, that was very close.
Yeah, that looked really tight. That was good.
All right. So now we're just gonna be mixing colors for this puzzle token. So chat, what's your favorite color? We're trying to pick up colors.
I like black, but of the colors we have available, I like purple a lot.
Oh, purple's one of my favorites. Because I like the Minnesota Vikings, and have a great season this year.
This puzzle actually reminds me of another Traveler's Tales game, Mickey Mania, where there's a in the Mad Scientist or the Mad Doctor level, there is a section where you have to mix different colors of potions to create a bomb potion to break open a door to be able to progress. And it's actually really cool to see like different things that Traveler's Tales has done in other like games, like get applied in later titles that they've made.
Yeah. Anyways, this is the real hard part of the entire run. Climbing up this construction site. It is super difficult, and I may fall here. And if I do fall,
Yeah, because
I'll
I've seen some of these tight jumps you're making, and I can only imagine it's gonna get tighter
Like
as we
those
go
are not
up
lining up.
the construction site, up the scaffolding.
Mm-hmm.
Buzz Lightyear space.
Yeah, I didn't know there's
Ranger
scaffold.
universe protection unit.
Okay. Oh, lives on a pineapple under the sea. That was,
Yeah, I don't think there was a
really-
construction bit in the movie.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
but-
the movie in a while either, but you got to work with what you got.
Yep. Travis Tales is just building ideas, you know?
Yeah, there was like, this was the time where like when video games based on like movies, like kids movies and stuff like that, very often featured like segments that just never happened in the actual movie. Because I think a lot of time the games were developed and released ahead of the movie coming out in theaters.
I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But there is one level that is loosely based off the movie. That is actually based off a scene off the movie. We'll get to that level in a moment. And it's actually a boss level. There's gonna be
someone's saying they'd forgotten about the reflection in first person mode. I remember like starting to play this game again as an adult when I was trying to get the PC version working and seeing that reflection. I was like, oh, hi Buzz.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, you got what you. Now we're gonna make it up to the boss. This boss can only be damaged by the disc I'm holding right there, which is the second power up in the. You're actually gonna be using the discs like twice, so the least used power up besides the shield. Alright, just heading up. I need to collect one extra coin because I'm a little bit behind. I'm a little bit short on coins. But good, didn't get bamboozled. The hot screw over there can bamboozle you. It happened to me a lot.
Yeah, I could absolutely see that happening. Oh my god, the face on this jackhammer.
Right, perfect. Yeah.
Nice.
Now we're just gonna be collecting coin number 50, and there's worker type here. That, and we're just head on to Hanford. Drop at this point here, and double jump.
Way to go, bud!
And I got 2 discs to spare. Use 2 discs on that one end. And there we go. Alright, so now we're heading on to the one level that actually needs a revisit. And that is Alleys and Gullies. The reason we need to revisit this level is because there is a power-up we unlock to unlock the rest of the level. There is like a big skip, but that only shows up in the PC version and the N64 version. Perfect. I mean, you can do the jump from earlier, but it's gonna be like.
Oh, so this is the race here. Is it instead of racing RC, you're collecting bones in the time limit for Slink? Yep. Is that right?
Yep. Or you could call it a challenge. You could call it a challenge.
Yeah, time challenge.
Yeah, timer challenge. Anyways, onto slime time. I like to call it mash time because you're literally mashing that fire button. So, I'm actually going to do a unique. I'm not even going to look at the screen. I'm just going to mash. That's literally how easy this level is.
Oh my god.
I take that intentionally so I can mash faster. Messed up menu. That's fine. Now we're gonna add to Alice Turbine, and this level can actually be done in one visit. But it requires a very hard jump, which may take multiple attempts.
I remember just always really liking levels in collectathons or like other games that had like stores or like malls or anything like that. It was always like they're really colorful and really like fun to explore. And this is definitely one of those levels.
Yeah.
But I also
if
like
you want
remember really liking
inspiration-
the movie segments in this in Al's Toy Barn.
Nice. It's pretty cool. Coin. So yeah, if you want if you want another inspired game like this, I recommend Felix the Toy by a good runner of mine. Oh, almost had that token grab. Some token grabs are a bit strict. Anyways, we are gonna go ahead and put the passive camera because it is a tight jump. So let's see if I get it. Nope. Let's try and second try. Perfect. So that is the hardest shadow box in the entire game. You believe it or not.
Yeah, that looks like it'd be really finicky.
Normally, you just need the hover shoe, which is unlocked until very late in the game. Just now we're just collecting coins and doing this race once. You have to do this race twice because the first time you do it, you collect a chick. But we're gonna talk to him again in like during the last moment here. Right. This is sort of a newish strat, but we're just gonna be going and skip this hay bale ride and going over here. Let the chick that way. And I unlocked the rocket boots, the best power up in the game. Watch
The
me
rocket boots look really fun.
Actually, they're called rocket shoes, but because boots belong to the hover boots, not hover shoes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's easy to mix them up. Ooh, okay, didn't get it. Oh, that's fine. I could just ledge grab this and I'll be fine. Gonna go ahead and deliver the chicks. Grab the chicks, grab the token. Now we're gonna be heading over to the next section where discs. This is gonna be the last time we're gonna be using the discs launcher or disc launcher. The last moment we're gonna need the disc. There is another method that we get to without disc launcher, but because this is 100%, I can't actually do the trick because. Oh, what? It didn't even hit it. What a shame.
Aw.
Still closed. I gotta wait. No. All right. Perfect.
Nice.
Now we're just gonna deliver that. Hopefully don't exit level. It's very easy to exit level in this game. You might accidentally do it when running the game. I've done it multiple times. But hopefully that won't happen. Now we're just gonna grab the final token here. And there we go, that's Al's Toy Barn. One go. Now we're heading to Spaceland, which I don't know why he has a Spaceland. Don't at me, but it's a pretty fun level. It also has one of the first RNG instances in the run, which is a claw minigame. this token, whenever you load up this level, whenever you load up this level, the token in the claw machine is in a different spot. Whenever you load up the level. And holy moly, that knocked me off.
Oof.
We're just gonna go ahead to the ball pit, pick up our first LGM. And chat, I don't. Some of you may have known this, and some of you don't. But you know what LGM stands for? It's an acronym. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give.
I'm trying to piece together what an LGM could be.
LGM. Can't be like machine gun because that's LMG. I'll give you until the end of this race token.
Little gravy man. Oh, little green Martian?
No, you got it. It's Little Green Men. Little Green Men.
Yeah, that's shout outs to chat for getting that. Little Green Men. There was Little Gravy Man, Little Green Martian. Let's go Mets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legendary Grandmaster.
Legendary Grandmaster. Oh yeah, those crack me up. Now we're just gonna be heading toward the boss of this level, which is... I'm not gonna spoil it. If I can grab this green man without falling, that would be amazing. That's okay. If I could get back up there. There we go. There we go. But we're so good. And it's the imposter boss. I like to call this boss imposter. Or just someone else. Hey, token grab. Nice. That token grab is very, very strict. Once again. Strict token grab. I get a damage boost. Nothing out of the ordinary. Go ahead and,
I'm actually curious, chat, how many of you actually played this game? Because I know some of you probably played the N64 version, some folks may have played the Dreamcast version. I played the PlayStation version growing up.
That's actually same for me. Well, we grabbed our last little green men. Now we're just gonna go ahead and do that and exit the level and head to one of my most optimized bosses in the entire run. Third level.
A lot of people playing the PS1 version. Yeah, the PSP version would have been the PlayStation 1 classic version. Some folks played the N64. A lot of N64 people. A couple people played PC.
Mayday, come in, Star Command.
And you remember that cutscene skip?
Yes.
That I did in Andy's neighborhood? I'm using that to its fullest. And I'm...
Yeah, getting able to hit the boss early.
Yep. Maybe you'll have to wait. Boss has to wait, but I could just...
Agent of Zurg I ever saw.
Ah, dang. That's fine.
Oh, we did have someone who played it on Dreamcast. Yeah, I had a Dreamcast, but didn't know this game was on it, and when I was renting from Blockbuster, we had the PlayStation version at the Blockbuster. I don't think we had the Dreamcast one.
Wow,
also glad I'm not
like...
the only one who rented it from Blockbuster a lot.
Agent of Zurg I ever saw.
1, 2, and then he's one shot. level, and that's the entire level. Alright. And now we're on to elevator hop. This is an RNG nightmare, as I like to call it. This level has so much RNG. Not these like coils. But yeah. Ah no, I was like too far down. But don't worry, I can recover. There we go. Just gonna go ahead and I grabbed precipitated boots, which we're gonna be unlocking the 4th power up of the game. It is probably the most important, the grappling hook.
Hey, over here, boss!
Sending, yeah, that could sometimes happen. So these mice are some of the worst collectibles in the entire game. They just have a mind of their own. That's why I call this level an RNG nightmare.
Yeah. This level looks like it'd be very easy to get lost into because everything basically looks almost exactly the same.
This is the biggest vertical level in the entire game.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Perfect. We are into the control room. Now we're heading to the healing mouse, which can be a pain, but it's not usually that bad. If this stupid light wasn't up, and of course, I didn't get the janky stomp hitbox, so I need to grab this. Got it. Oh, that mouse, that wall mouse, that has ruined runs before, and I was one of those victims. But thankfully, that hasn't happened. Alright, let's gonna hold.
That would definitely be really, really rough.
Darn it. I think I got bad elevator cycles.
No time to lose.
Oh no, it went. Try to grab the ledge from. That is very, very hard. I haven't gotten a bad elevator hop in like forever. The last bad elevator hop I got was probably like months ago. But man, that truly sucks. But we're not out of it. We're not out of it yet. We could still come back.
You don't want to be in the way when my laser goes off.
Why?
Yeah, not only does this have RNG, it has cycles.
And there's no way to predict the cycles. You just have to live with it.
Yeah, you just have to kind of take what the game wants to give you.
Yeah, usually the cycles are very nice to me. In fact, I get perfect cycles almost every run. But I guess this is the only exception. Now we're gonna be heading to the Gundo Spider. So we're just gonna hold down the laser button and then he dies. There's more to this level. I mean, there's more to the boss fight if we didn't have green laser.
Yeah, green laser looks absolutely absurd.
Thing to come up. We're just gonna do some dance testing before melee was invented. I like to do that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the downtime, might as well do something silly.
In this races, you can't fall into any of them except for the last few. If you fall into one of these, the race ends. And you have to start all over, and you have to climb all the way back up. But thankfully, on the last few, you could just miss a few. I mean, like, you just, if you don't want to do this, you could just fall down this one, and then you'll still be fine. And then you could just drop down here, grab this dead, shoot enemy if you want. Like that. Just go. Return the baby mice to the mother. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn the coins to Ham, and then that'll be the end of this level. And now we get to revisit Ellies and Goalies, because the grappling hook power up is actually what we need to complete the rest of the level.
Oh, so that's why you come back to that level after picking up just one of the tokens.
Yep. Very good. And my scrolling is pretty good. But first, we need to grab ducklings, baby duckling. And the first baby duckling is all the way back to where we started the slinky rate. And I'm going to show off something called buffer jumps. Ugh. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean for that to happen, but.
And yeah, you need 50 coins for Ham.
Yep.
For each level.
If you hold down the third jump, you can just get that. There's our first duckling. Rocket shoots. Next jump up, and we're at it. I know the music in this game is phenomenal. Swallow Studios has done a phenomenal job. Name any other soundtrack that can top the box. Anyways, this climb would normally take a millennium to complete, but we have a big skip thanks to this lampshade here. Lamp here. Alright. Come on, Buzz. There you go. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! No! I had those cycles memorized. Why? Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, vertical platforming, like, all it takes is one little thing to knock you off and it's over, and you just fall all the way down and have to start all over again.
Yep. But thankfully, this level is more forgiving, because it's not vertical like an elevator hop.
Yeah, it's not nearly as bad.
But don't worry, we could still good job here. Go ahead and do X boss. And here's something interesting note. Here's how you enter the boss. You lock on. And now we're just gonna this boom. Go. And now we collected that second duckling. The third duckling. We're just gonna go ahead and time our fall here. Right here. Little duckling is right over there. That was so fortunate. You can collect that coin if you want, but I'm gonna collect this coin because I did. Oh. We're gonna do something called umbrella jump, where I jump onto the umbrella without the need, the balloons. And you don't even need the balloons to do the puzzle token. And another skip that was not intended by the developers. Now it just coins. Careful not to fall off this umbrella. Looking for. Why? No! I know what happened. I jumped too early. I know. That sucks. I normally you could just skip those enemies, but. All right, let me try again. But this time, won't jump early. There.
Yeah, there we go.
Normally that ducking doesn't give me any trouble. Now we're just gonna find like 2 more coins. Down 2. Where's the guy? Yep, there he is. Return to him.
That's the ticket. Here you go, fuzzy boy.
And we're just gonna kill a plane for fun, because why not? And we're just gonna turn the ducklings, and that's the end of Valley of the Goalies. Now we're on to my personal favorite level in the entire game. If you know, we're heading to Alpin's house. If you know the tune, whistle to it, because I love to whistle to this theme a lot of times. Here we go.
Oh yeah, we did never get Toy Story 4 or Lightyear as a game.
Yeah, but we did get, like, you know, Inside Out and stuff like that. Here's the first puzzle token. I just basically did that buffer jump. If you can recall, I did the buffer jump.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically skipped having to push the box, and I skipped having to do the whole train puzzle. Anyways, window seal jump. Kind of hate this jump. Alright, let's take a try. It's fine. Now we're just gonna be heading to the gunslinger boss. Fun fact, you can actually shoot him before you even start the fight. So you already took damage. Now we're just gonna head out. We're not collecting this second critter. Yes, these are not bunnies, they're critters. As quoted by Jesse. Their sprite looks like bunnies, but they're actually critters. Now we're just gonna go and collect the critter in the living room. First, we need to lock the door here. Yes, I know. It's it. And there you go. There's a metal box. Now we're just gonna go ahead and go up top of these lampshades and then jump, jump, jump. And then that's basically faster than having to swing on them.
Yeah, I noticed you were, whenever you could, you would jump on swinging poles where they had collision for you to stand on long enough to get a jump off of them. Mm-hmm. And that is definitely going to be faster than going with the swings.
Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna do what I call flood list. Basically, we're gonna grab this critter without flooding Al's apartment. If we can. Oh. This is pretty hard on PS1, but it's not too bad. In fact, I think I prefer this over the House Barn Shadow Jump that we had to do to get all 5 tokens, even though I'm messing up a whole bunch. We need a revisit. Ugh, really? Jeez, this shadow box is really killing me.
Yeah, this is like you're just trying to hit what is basically like a very tiny collision.
Yeah.
To be able to like do the jump.
Oh, seriously, you just don't get enough height.
Oh. You got this.
Yeah. Even if it takes me like, ugh. I swear this was working before.
I'm seeing like chat has said like this is a really rough shadow box on PS1 specifically.
Yeah, but it's not too bad. Literally. Seriously. Dude, like... Oh. I can't even get it. Like, how many times have I done this? Like, chat, have you been counting how many times I've tried to hit that shadow box? And I finally get it, and I don't...
Oh.
Need to be more right. Seriously.
What's the normally intended way to get up there?
You flooding the apartment, which I'm trying not to do. Okay, if I can't get this one more time, I will flood it. Okay, I'm flooding it. I give up. I'm flooding it.
Yep, just...
Yeah, I'm flooding it. I'm sorry, guys. I've ruined Al's apartment. Al's apartment is being flooded right now.
It's all good. He just has to pay for the... I hope he has insurance. That's all I have to say.
Well, he's moving to...
I hope he has insurance.
There we go. At least those ledge grabs are way better to grab.
Yeah.
Because, holy moly. You know what? Since I have time, I might as well destroy it. Destroy this. Normally I wouldn't, but I pretty much have to. Seriously, that Shadowbox is just awful. I mean, not as awful as Al's Toy Barn. Yeah, I had to. I had to because that Shadowbox was giving me so much trouble. I promise
it's not
when
flooding, it's just a thorough cleaning. Sorry, chat has me like the jokes in chat have me going.
Alright.
But nah, like no need to apologize. It was giving you trouble, and like these things happen. It's really like things in speedruns like this. I've noticed like if there's a trick that's giving you trouble.
Now I roast Bullseye for life because I didn't do a bullseye jump. Darn. And you do not want to see me roast Bullseye. It's bad. Really bad. I grabbed extra coins. And I grabbed extra coins while flooding the bait. They delivered to feed the critters.
Over here!
Orange return. And that's end of Al's penthouse. There is no turning back. Because we collected all the tokens up to this point. Now we're on to the Evil Emperor Zurg, which is a boss that is a scene that recreates a scene from the movie.
Yeah, this is where
Lightyear, your defeat will be my greatest triumph. Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah, I'm basically like doing spin jumps, which is better than just waiting for him to like, it's really easy to do these spin jumps. And there we go. Here we go. Airport. I figured out a new route for this.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna hope it goes good.
So now we're at the point where like my memory of this game starts to get real fuzzy, but I still remember the movie.
Alright, let me try it again.
I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
I'm gonna go with passive because it's clearly free on passive. There we go.
Nice. Very nice.
Yep, it's literally free when you hit passive game. I've just discovered this, by the way.
Yeah, like I actually love when I have folks on the show and they're like, yeah, this new change or this part of the game like has been rerouted really recently, and it's a game that's been out since like the 90s or even older, and it's really cool to see how far these games keep going even in 2022.
I say I just bonked my head. Hopefully I won't. This climbing up to the second passenger. Okay. Oh, I was having problems. I was practicing. Here. All right, I guess that one. Perfect. And now we're just getting second passenger. And we're gonna skip the intended way, and we're just gonna go ahead and jump over here to the second wing, right here. I was smashing jump the entire time. Get up there. Select the mouth, and we're gonna do another skip, not intended.
No time to lose.
And wait to see if the wind. Oh yeah, the wind is blowing.
Nice.
I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go there. Just. No.
Oh.
I missed the passenger.
Oh.
No. I have to go back and get it. So we're just
like it just basically like just moved out of your way. It was so rude.
Yeah, but thankfully they're not as annoying as the rat.
Yeah, like that wall rat in the elevator shaft is just so bad.
There we go, got it this time. All right, now we're gonna be heading into a trick that is recently new. It is not old, but it almost feels like it's new, but then we're gonna go ahead and return Potato Head's mouth so that we have the hover boot. You only get to use this one time, unfortunately, but what good use it has because it's the boss and the main antagonist, Stinky Pete, or the Prospector. More
Dude
so.
is such a jerk in the movie.
So now we're just gonna do text storage, which is pretty new. Nice, I got it. Let's see if I can carry this all the way.
If you miss it or lose it, it's not the end of the world.
But because you can just always do it the normal. You have to like do the passenger first, and then I think I may be low.
Also, for the person who wants to watch a speedrun for Toy Story 3 on the PS3, last week we actually had the any percent category that's run by you, but we also had Toy Story 3 on PS3, and that was on the Bargain Bin show. Would recommend checking out the YouTube video of that, or you can go check the Twitch VOD as well. I believe that was last Monday?
Yeah, last Monday. Also, it was not PS3. It was actually Xbox 360. Then I think
it was a 360.
on an Xbox One.
Yeah.
So now for the race, I think I may have enough coins. And I do. This, that, this, and the one coin we need to get to him is done. Let's get him. Now we're just gonna go ahead and deliver it to him. And we got all 50 coins. No. Jump. Go away, Buzz. Thank you. There we go. Return the weights to Rocky. Yes, his name is Rocky.
I've always wondered what his name is.
I literally just told you. Rocky. Alright. Now we're heading to the next hardest level, besides a construction yard, tarmac trouble. Man. This level... Oh. You can either gain a lot of time or lose it. I'm going for like a pretty safe strat. There is a much more riskier strat, but I just don't have the patience to do it, and I can't circle jump to save my life. God dang it. Ugh, I think I'm not gonna make it. I'm downing myself. Yeah, I can't make it. Ugh. Dang it. I'm gonna have to go for a backup, which is grab both of these luggages, and grab the green laser. Need that.
Also, I just want to say, like, I've seen you, like, have to pull backups out, like, every so often, and honestly, just knowing your backups is really impressive and is a thing I cannot stress enough in speedrunning. Like, if you are learning a game, learn the backup strats, too. Like, it's always cool to learn the fastest strats possible, but knowing your backups in showcases is so important.
This is what I call the ring rush. Let's see if I can get it first try. I got the stupid hitbox, and I didn't gain enough height. Third time's the charm, maybe.
Oh, yeah, this one looks real finicky again.
Third time's the charm. There we go.
Oh my god, that is so tight. Why is that so tight?
It's not that. It's actually not that bad once you get used to it.
Yeah, like I can imagine with practice you can get good at it.
Right, now we're going to be doing the most important tech storage. But since we don't have to worry about the... Nice, got it. But because I got the green laser... Now, there is a luggage right up there. We're gonna go in and get it. And now we don't have to worry about the plane anymore. Because plane is done. Or you're done using the plane. Say goodbye to the
Bye, plane.
because it runs around in circles. People are stranded.
Yeah, like, what kind of runway is this?
Yeah, it's the weirdest run in the whole entire game. Yep. Now, I think it's still stored in tech storage, so I'm trying to find where that coin is. There it is.
Just imagine the people on that plane just, like, wondering why they haven't taken off yet, but the plane is still moving.
Alright, so what I did was tech storage is I used to, like, normally you're supposed to, like, not jump and you can't touch the green slime as well, but I used tech storage to carry that over all the way over to the this should be the easiest shit box in the entire game. Well, I'm not getting it. Go, perfect. And this lights puzzle is pretty RNG, but I know all the patterns, literally all. That's one of the more rare patterns, but I normally don't get that. Gonna be collecting coins. I'm kind of getting a little over coins, so I might have to like rush to it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna do something like that. Oh, just go down here. I'm gonna do some of it.
So there's what, 1 luggage and 6 coins left to grab, I think?
Yep, 1 luggage, 6 coins to grab. And one more coin. Actually no. I could just rush. Kill this enemy here. Put the coin. And coin's right there. Ooh, I didn't grab this coin.
That's the ticket. Here you go, fuzzy boy.
Luggage.
No. And also, for anyone who is enjoying the run, you can go check out the runner's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/electric_man17.
I also do Pokemon randomizers. Speaking of Pokemon randomizers, I'm doing Pokemon randomizers for the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet game coming out in almost 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Scarlet Violet.
Alright, now we unlocked a bonus cutscene for getting all 50 tokens, and now we're entering the final boss, which is literally of 3 bosses we've already fought so far. And look at this, Woody and Jesse, and get him, boys. So now I'm just gonna pin Blacksmith to the corner and do this infinite Spriglish. I should have just mentioned it at the beginning of the game. In the beginning of the run, rather. So we're just spinning, and then we're already. I may die here. Okay, time's coming up whenever the last, when I lose control, the last hit. Time.
GG. Everyone get your GGs out. That looks like that was about a little under, or it was just over 1 hour, 2 minutes. Everyone get your GGs out for Electric Man with Toy Story 2.
All right. You want to see the bonus cutscenes? I could show you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. You saved. All right. Definitely. All right, we're definitely showing you these.
Stinky Pete, I think it's time you learned the true meaning.
I normally don't show these because I just skip them myself.
No!
Yep, Prospector is no more, and back at Andy's.
Bullseye!
This is my favorite cutscene, by the way. It also just tries to spell out Andy.
Just get Danny.
Oh, shout out to Danny Hansen.
I must go.
Well, aren't you the sweetest
I also run that game
toy
too.
I ever met?
What's that? Bark, bark. This fellow says he needs to go out
This is
back
my,
for a little
this is
private
my
time.
favorite right here. The Kudo needs help. Woo! And he just does what Buzz does at the beginning of the movie, and gets the dog out, and then Buzz is looking impressed. My favorite cutscene right there.
Oh, well, thank you so much for running this game and submitting it to the show. I had a lot of fun watching this run, and it was really cool to just kind of like relive like a game from my childhood. And I think the rest of the chat could say the same.
Yep. And if for some reason you do want to run this game, we do have a Discord. Just check out speedrun.com/boy2, and just click on that Discord icon. We'd be happy to help you out and get your speedrunning stuff ready. I am at a loss for words because I can't talk clearly. But yeah. Shout out, I like to shout out the whole Toy Story 2 community for making this possible. I really, 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 really love this game. It's really, really, really good. I recommend you get it, whether it be PC, PS1, N64, but I wouldn't recommend Dreamcast, and especially not the Game Boy. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, this did come out on Game Boy Color.
Yep.
Oh goodness. But no, seriously, thank you again for being on the show. And do you have any other shout outs you wanna do before we
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to Spaghetti. Sorry I couldn't have you as commentator. It was 70% my fault, but glad to see you here at the game. That being said, to infinity and beyond. And yeah, just I am on.
Yeah. And now you get to see what a PS TV looks like. But no, seriously, thank you again. And thank you everyone in chat for coming out to watch tonight. I just want to remind you all that if you are watching this video on YouTube, press the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, and go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you are interested in looking at our live content. We start weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to have tomorrow on Thursday. You tune in tomorrow for the first step, and that's going to be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, and that's going to be followed by Victory Lap right after. So thank you all so much. We're going to send you all over to a break screen while we send you over to a raid for someone else who is doing awesome speedrun content, and we'll see you all next time. So look after yourselves and each other. Have a great night. Bye.